Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, gonna be talking about the San Francisco 49ers, as always, doing another top 3 video. This time covering the 3 statistic predictions that I have for Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterback. This could be from anything from touchdowns to interceptions to yards per attempt. I'm gonna be mentioning most of the important statistics. I want to do something kind of fun. Want to do something before the preseason game tomorrow against the Texans. I kind of made a mistake in my last video. I said it was gonna happen Thursday, but I got the schedule mixed up between them and the Cowboys because the Cowboys played last Thursday, so I thought they were playing this Thursday as well, but they are playing this Saturday, which is tomorrow. I would probably have my takeaway video probably Sunday morning. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I'm definitely going to try to enjoy the game. I'll have it on Sunday morning to see takeaways for anything special for the preseason game. They had a joint practice, pretty interesting, I guess. Usual thing. But anyways, going to go back to the video right here. Statistic prediction for Jimmy G. Let's get the video started right now. Before I do, please like and subscribe to support my channel. Thank you guys for all the support. As always, my last video got about almost 3,000 views, which was pretty unusual. I don't know why I got 3,000 views, but I will take it. So thank you guys for all the support. Got a bunch of subscribers, so welcome to my channel. For all you new subscribers, 900 faithful, thank you guys for joining me as well. Currently at 850 subscribers. Thank you guys. I can't really say anything else. Hopefully we can get to 1,000 really soon. I really hope so. Let's keep this momentum up for my channel. That would be freaking fantastic. Gonna get the video started. Let's kick some ass as always. Let's do it. The top 3 statistic predictions for Jimmy G this year in 2018. Coming in at number 3, I have yards per attempt. Now, last year, Garoppolo averaged about 8 yards per attempt, which is pretty high up in the NFL. That's probably like top 3 in terms of statistic-wise for other quarterbacks. I think the other quarterbacks ahead of him, like Drew Brees and Tom Brady and what have you, the usual suspects. The difference is Garoppolo didn't have a big sample size, so he's not really into the statistics list. I'm looking at it on ESPN.com. They have to have qualified players because you have to play longer to be part of the statistics. For the small sample size that he had in San Francisco, he averaged about 8 yards per attempt. Freaking awesome. And my prediction for him in 2018 is that he'll average around 7.5 to 8 again. I think he can repeat that success as well. In New England, he had about 8 yards per attempt when he had to play the couple of games when Brady was suspended in 2016. I think that was the year. He averaged about 8 yards per attempt. I expect him to keep this up. He's really good at throwing the ball down the field. He's really good at moving the chains. He's not too conservative like Kaepernick and Gabbard back in the days a couple of years ago, and Hoyer as well. He's really a risk taker, and you saw it last year. He was throwing really tight windows. He had a couple of interceptions. I'm going to give you that. He had some mistakes, but at the same time, I mean, it was his first year, first couple of games in San Francisco with barely any time to learn the offense, and he flourished pretty well, and I think he'll repeat that success in 2018. Yards per attempt, moving the ball down the field, very important. I think he'll be around top 5 in quarterbacks if he can keep it up from 2017. I have to preface that real quickly. I have to assume that he's going to be playing like he did in 2017. He's going to make the improvements in preseason to have all these statistics that I'm about to say right now. That's what I'm basing it on. I can only predict based on the past to the future. That doesn't always work out, but that's the best I can do right now. Garoppolo, 7.5 to 8 yards per attempt this year in 2018. I think it's going to be around top 5. Should be impressive. I can't wait to see if he can do that, which I think he is capable of doing that. And with all the receivers that he has, it's possible that he can get to that statistic. Coming in at number 2, I have his yards per the whole year. So this can be ranging from 3,000 to maybe 5,000 yards that Garoppolo can throw for this year to all his great receivers and also his running backs. For me, I predict Garoppolo will pass about probably 4,000 to 4,200 yards. I think that's a pretty legit prediction right there. I mean, last year he averaged 260 yards per game, and if I did the math correctly, multiplied by 16, it was going to average about 4,160 or something like that. It's pretty up there. It's a pretty good number to go for at least 4,000 yards. If he gets to 5,000 yards, I'd be really impressed. I'd be like, oh my gosh, freaking awesome quarterback. That's like Drew Brees status right there, because Drew Brees throws a lot of yards and every single year that he plays for the Saints. Garoppolo this year, I think 4,000 to 4,100 yards is pretty legit right there. I think it's a pretty reasonable prediction, I would say. I'm not going to go too high. I'm not going to say 4,500 yards. I'm not even going to go 5,000 yards. I think 4,000 yards is a pretty good prediction right there. He's still kind of new to this offense, I would say. I know he's been with this team for a full offseason, but, there's some kinks and things you have to go through during the season. You're not going to have every single good game. You're not going to be throwing for almost 300 yards a game every single time. I believe 4,000 to 4,100 yards is a pretty legitimate prediction, and I'm going to keep keep it like that. The biggest target I would say is Marquise Goodwin. I mean, that's not a big surprise. G&G, he's probably going to get most of his yards out of him, probably about 1,000 something yards from him, and then everyone else could be distributed pretty evenly, like Trent Taylor, George Kittle, Pierre Garçon, Dante Pettis, Kendrick Bourne, all those guys, they can all spread the ball out as well. 4,000 to 4,200 yards, pretty legit, I think. I think it's a reasonable prediction, and that's what I'm going to go with for 2018. Coming in at number 1 as the biggest statistic I would say to predict in 2018 for our golden boy Jimmy Garoppolo is touchdown to interception ratio. Now, this is the most important statistic of them all, in my opinion, because you can throw for 1,000,000 yards but get no touchdowns and score no points, which would suck ass. Or you can throw about a couple thousand yards and maybe get like 30 or 40 touchdowns. That'd be even better, so we can score some points and actually win some games. You're going to minimize the turnovers as well. Interceptions, no good, no bueno at all. So, Garoppolo, what do I predict? So last year he had 7-to-5 interception ratio, which was kind of okay. I mean, people think that's a really bad statistic on the surface, which it is on the surface, but people got to know the play that he was playing if you didn't watch any 49er tape, and it was pretty damn good for somebody that just got into the 49ers, just got traded, had to learn the system on the fly, and he was able to throw that many touchdowns, and, you know, he made some mistakes. I said that before. I think this year he's going to minimize the mistakes even more. I still think he's going to be a gunslinger, take some risk, but I think it's going to be better risk. I think it's going to be calculated, not just any impulsive throws or something like that. This year for Garoppolo, I believe he will throw for about 28 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. I think that's a pretty legitimate prediction right there. And I say that because I don't know if Garoppolo can throw for more than 30 touchdowns. I think he can, but I'm not sure, you know, just based on everything from last year and right now in the preseason. Also, he has a good running game, I'm assuming. I know Jared McKinnon's a little kinked up right now. He's going to be out for the rest of the preseason games, but I think he'll be ready for the regular season game when it happens week 1 in a couple of weeks. The running back depth, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. You got Joe Williams, Matt Breida, Raheem Morstead, and also Alfred Morris. I mean, I don't know how many running backs they're going to keep. That's a pretty good load right there in the backfield. Maybe they'll take the load off of him, and they can score the touchdowns as well. Overall, I think 28-8 touchdown to interception ratio, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's a really legit prediction. I think that's what I'm going to go with this year. So yeah, going to keep it like that, you guys. Interesting statistic predictions. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say for Garoppolo this year. What do you think are his statistics going to be this year? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say for his predictions. Please put in the comments below. And if you guys like this, please like and subscribe. Do whatever you want with this, and I'll be catching you guys up another time. So I hope you guys have a nice day, nice weekend, nice whatever, and I'll see you guys probably Sunday morning when I talk about the 49ers Texans game takeaways. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. Bye guys, love y'all as always. Have a good weekend.